Right, on to the next new area.
Yeah!
Why in the hell would we have a tunnel and a cave in the same game? I mean, sure,
Yes!
visually they're probably pretty distinct, but I tend to think of those two words as essentially being synonymous. Apparently we got a few more Zubats here than back in the tunnel. Okay, something about that Bulbasaur just doesn't look that right. Ah, Ditto! A Pokemon that, to me, felt so bloody useless in the generation it was introduced, and only really gained a legitimate use in something I never bothered with in all the later generations. Hell, just how many people have nicknamed their Dittos something like Dildo? Sure, back when the anime was running, they had a pretty clever episode involving a Ditto, but still, in terms of the games, I just don't see how it could have been all that useful before it could have been used for breeding. As a side note, not sure why they decided to make Jigglypuff outright fly when they could have had the little puffball running away from something else in a kind of funny way. But then, who am I to talk about things making sense when we've got a plant that moves as it's got legs that we can't see? And once again, throwing something into a pit makes it evolve somehow. Just what is in the water and lava on this island anyway? Really wish we had some better way to hit that Zubat other than just two different types of throwing weapons. Oh dear, Jynx. Arguably one of the worst Pokemon designs in the franchise, with Mr. Mime coming in close behind. Seriously, how were they even thinking with both of those humanoid fuck-ups? Sure, the Pokemon that was essentially just a set of floating keys was technically less creative, but the design wasn't outright unsettlingly bad. Can't we at least have a visible track that we're traveling on in here, since we have absolutely no control where we're going in this flight or how fast? It's a little disorienting, especially considering there's only one other level in the game where we outright fly. Anyway, time to pick out what we're going to show the professor this time. Well, I kind of assumed the Jigglypuff and Coughing Pix are probably going to get plenty of points at any rate. Not as sure about the Victory Bell or Jynx pictures, though. Sure, it's not an actual Bulbasaur, but I'm curious how he's going to grade it. Apparently, he couldn't even tell that it wasn't a Bulbasaur when all I needed to see was the eyes. Anyway, looks like we're gonna have to come back for another Picaditto at some point. Huh, for some reason I was expecting more points on size for Weepinbell. And just how the hell is Victory Bell getting that much points on size when he's at that angle? So, we only need one picture of something fresh for you to give us something new. Odd limitation on us getting fresh equipment, but what the hell. Anyway, time to figure out which place we're going to revisit in order to look for something fresh. Probably a place with an egg, but not the volcano.
Yes!
Right, going straight from the cave to the tunnel. A definitely prefer going through ground with some actual ground underneath us, I've got to say. For some reason, I was expecting him to grab the phone after getting a gas grenade to the face. But I suppose even back when this game was made, Pokemon had a bit of a contentious relationship with PETA. And by PETA, I mean the hypocrites that call themselves People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, not anyone who has an odd spelling for the name PETA. Sorry if the way my voice sounds gave you the wrong idea for a moment there. Okay, I kinda want Pikachu to hatch that egg, but I apparently don't quite remember how that's done. Still, there's one Pokemon in this area we haven't taken a picture of, and it's near the exit of the tunnel. Of course, now I'm wishing we could control how fast or slow the damn car goes. I don't want to just fast forward through the footage of the game, when this game is so damn short. Still, there's painfully little we can do in this area that we've already gone through a few times so far. And there's only so much amusement I can get from hitting the same few Pokemon with apples and gas grenades. Especially when they have only one animation for being hit, assuming they have one at all. Right, let's get you three together and we can call you Magneton. Considering these things supposedly evolved by dividing their race by 3, I have to wonder how they managed to have any kind of decently large population. Feels less unsettling when I'm looking them in the 3 eyes. I have no idea why, though. All I know is that at this point, we've got somewhere around an hour left in the game. Was kinda hoping to have one of the legendary birds, but Magneton will work well enough to unlock whatever the professor is holding out on us. Just one picture this time, so probably not much point in fast forwarding here. Not that there was too much point in fast forwarding in the first place, considering how short this entire game is.
You were close.
Wait. What do you mean the pose isn't good? It's 3 magnets floating close together. I don't think they have any muscles to pose with.
Welcome back.
Wait, I thought we were gonna get a new gadget, not unlock a new area. And
Yes.
what the hell?
Yeah.
There had to be a better way to unlock the valley than take a certain number of pictures. Hell, I'd have been fine with us just unlocking this area by completing the previous area. Certainly worked back on the beach. Ah, a Sandshrew and Geodude right out of the gate. Apparently we've got some Squirtles as well. Certainly plenty of creatures to take pictures of, though not enough for me to ignore the massive Dugtrio rocks in the background. I know they'll be important later and things like it are the excuse we're going to have to extend the game a little more, but still, they could have at least made it feel like it'd be an actual search when we have to start taking pictures of these landmarks. Well, I'd certainly say we've earned plenty of points here so far. Okay, just how are you supposed to get all those gravelers to get down from there? And why do I somehow doubt we're going to see a golem in this game? Just why in the hell is that picture registering as a Squirtle? This area certainly makes you really keep your finger on the trigger a lot better than the earlier areas in the game so far. Think I just figured out what we were supposed to do in order to make some actual progress. Definitely looks like either the Squirtle or the Manakee at the top of the cliff was supposed to hit that switch. Excuse me while I hit myself for not remembering that bit sooner. Part of the risk of playing a game you haven't touched in a hell of a long time. The things that slip your mind really make you feel like an idiot when you finally come back. Ah well, it's not like we're in a particular hurry to finish this rather short game. Neither of the Manakee picks looks especially good to me, but may as well throw one of them into the pile. Yeah, Starmie is definitely not getting the points for being in the center of the screen. Hell, I'm amazed I managed to get a center shot through the Staryu, considering how the damn things move around.
Yes.
Oh, there's no way Manakee deserves that many points. Definitely think the post scores are just impossible for me to predict. Oh, come on! That doesn't look like the center shot by any stretch! I know I'm arguing to have fewer points, but I deserved fewer for that one. Right, so we're going to go directly back to the same area for the sake of flipping a switch. Guess this is part of the reason why I wasn't all that annoyed in Combat Evolved when we had to go through a few levels backwards. It was still more thought out than what a number of games considered acceptable in the previous console generation would pull on us. Hell, A major thing in a lot of Nintendo games is making various levels feel pretty replayable in an attempt to make the entire game feel like something you're gonna want to come back to over and over. Just kind of a shame this game isn't among those. Goldeen. For some reason I was expecting more tentacles in the water, but I should have realized by now that the rules of when Pokemon appear in this game aren't the same as the handheld titles of the same period. Really wish we had more control over where we're going and how quickly we can get through a given level. Well, at the very least, the size of that particular Maneki should earn us some more points than last time. Anyone else curious why there are some severely burnt out trees out here? Unless you mean to tell me that the Maneki up here knows Fire Punch and decided to use it for no apparent reason. Though considering how docile the Pokemon have been on this island, I extremely doubt that. So we've got Dratini and Dragonite, but not Dragonair? Again, just what made the game designers decide which Pokemon were gonna be in this thing? I mean, what about Gyarados, Onix, Nidoking, Ninetales? And that's just 4 of the many Pokemon that didn't make the cut for this game that I liked from the first generation. Are you kidding? We have to hit him again after we already knocked him down from a cliff. That Mankey has every right to want to rip out our ears and shove them straight into our eyeballs. Okay, why is there a hut here? You've been able to get here the whole time and... Ugh. Information you apparently didn't feel like telling us until we just got here. And by important, you mean that most of those images are painfully obvious to find, with maybe 1 or 2 that were actually cleverly done. You can't find the most obvious mountains in this region. And of course, we're not allowed to take the pictures of those things until the professor gives us this assignment in an annoying way to pad things out. No need to repeat yourself, just let us give you the pictures we've gotten in this particular trip, then we get ready for the next bit. I feel like the Mankey and the Squirtle pics are better, but he's the one who's going to be judging these things. If only we had a better idea of what kind of report he's going to write based on the pictures we've been giving him.
Yes.
Again, I really think the post score is just complete bullshit. Why in the hell is the size worse when the Maneki takes up more of the frickin' screen there?
Welcome back.
Back in your regular lab coat, huh? If anything, I think you looked better in your safari gear. Now he gives me some more control over the damn thing we're driving along in. And why didn't we get brakes to go along with the booster?
Yes,